Yes, hello everyone. It's another episode of the Truth Market, and today we're looking at business class part 2, and we're going to be talking about business and finances as well. And I'd like you to stay tuned because it's going to be a very powerful version, and the topic you'll not like to miss out. So as you partake into this episode, I tell you, you're going to be blessed. Thank you very much. I remain your friend, Divine Susie. And here with me is the servant, D. Furniture.
You're welcome.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you, thank you.
And I welcome Bro Chiedozie to the show.
Yeah.
So, you're welcome. What do you have to say to the audience?
That's a wonderful time also with them.
Okay.
And, the market itself is not.
It's trending.
It's trending.
I tell you.
Remember the last time we talked about business class.
Exactly.
It was so
wonderful.
It
was a bomb.
And this is what people actually want to hear.
Yes.
Because you cannot live this life without finances.
Of course.
I think the servant last time he said there was something he was telling us that money helps us to achieve whatever we want to do.
That's the fact.
But not the end
Yes,
itself.
yes.
So I know people will always also want to be part of this wonderful sample in the truth market.
All right, thank you very much. That's a wonderful one from Brother Chiedozie. And to the servant, please, can you say hello to the audience before we continue?
I'm with you, as always, in the spirit and in truth.
Wow.
And we're here to strike a balance between salvation and financial prosperity.
That's right.
Because you have to strike a balance.
Yes, sir.
As my father was saying, be you as wise as serpents and as innocent as a dove. So we still need physical things
Yes.
to be able to run life and stay in this physical world.
That's right.
So if we should be talking about salvation without bringing finances into it, before you know, we become religious. You continue living with a worn-out shoes, worn-out clothes, then the justice to the fact that we rule the world and everything created by God is ours will be lost.
Exactly.
And there will be no proof that we are in heaven on earth.
That's true.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. That's a very nice one, and we compliment you for that. Okay, we go straight to today's business, and that is still on finances, like I said. And I'm going to be showing this question to the servant as part 2 of what we did last time, and that is the correlation. What is the correlation between finances and spirituality?
Between finances
and spirituality. Yes, sir.
Okay. There is a perfect correlation, just as I said. Okay. Be you as wise as serpents and as innocent as a dove. We say this someday in our teaching that prosperity is not spirituality.
Okay.
But spirituality is prosperity inclusive.
Wow. Wow.
You understand?
The equation is balanced.
Yeah. Prosperity is not spirituality.
Okay.
So when you see people talking about prosperity, and it's become a domineering concern in the heart and the conscience of men, they have lost it all. Because you cannot be spiritual talking about money.
Okay.
Because money is included in every other thing, as said in the book of Matthew chapter 6 verse 33. Is among every other thing that should be added unto you. Right? Okay. So, however, or in the real sense of the word, there is no way someone can be sustainably, expansively, peacefully rich and successful and healthy without getting spirit involved in whatever you do. Yes. Spirit is the root of all things that is created here on earth.
Okay, the spirit we are talking about, when you say spirit, there are people out there that may misinterpret. Is it evil spirit, water spirit, or what kind of spirit? No, so that we can be clear.
No, spirit must be involved. And what is spirit? John chapter 6 verse 63.
Okay.
Jesus said that the word which I speak to you, they are not flesh, they are spirits.
Okay.
The only thing is that there are two types of spirits, negative spirits and positive spirits.
Okay.
You know, so the spirit is the essence of God in anything one does. Then evil spirit, good spirit is the essence of God in anything one does.
Okay.
And evil spirit is the essence of Satan in everything one does. John 10:10.
Okay.
Satan came to kill, to steal, to destroy, but the Son of Man came that we might have life, have it more abundantly. So there are two spirits existing. Whichever one you are doing, there is a spirit behind every business.
Okay.
There is a spirit behind every business. If it is a bad business, then Satan is behind it. Evil spirit is behind it.
Okay.
And if it is a good business, then God is behind it. And it demands a particular principles for you to be able to thrive in that. So there is no way. Many people have failed in business because they don't acknowledge this.
Okay.
And those who acknowledge it go diabolical. That has been the problem.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
Now, where the challenges lie heavily is on Christianity. Christianity, they need some cash. They need some money to run the church. Are you there?
Exactly.
Then they saw the occult people who use demonic influences and people who sell illegal products. They saw how they are making money. They envy them and run after them. They didn't know that they should not run after them and wish to be like them, to touch money. What they need to go is they have to go back to their God, to know that whatever an occult man is doing, he's stealing from
God.
Them.
Okay.
Are
and
you
that,
there?
yes, and
Yes.
that because that area is the area I really am interested in.
Yeah.
The area of people going diabolic
Yes.
to make money. You know, when we're talking about spirit being behind.
Yes.
Some persons believe that for me to excel in this business, something has to be behind.
Yes.
Now, want to really understand, because of people who actually go diabolic, the essence or the consequences, and people who actually fall back to the real spirit of God to back them up.
Yes. You shouldn't even talk about consequences.
Because it's obvious.
It is obvious, but it has been hidden by the ignorance of Christians.
Okay.
You understand? Now, because you don't know, you are looking for something, and you don't know the channel through which to get it. Something that belongs to you has been taken away from somebody.
Okay.
And the person is showing that and manifesting it. Then you are like, okay, I don't want to soil my hand. You don't want to soil your hand, but you don't know your God.
That's it.
So now, people are now envying the occult people. People that are living harlots, prostitutes, criminals and all that in the church. Why? Because they don't know their God. Yes. They don't know that they have to go and become spiritual first. They have to go and become spiritual first. Seek that kingdom of God, the kingdom of truth, the kingdom of all possibility first, before you start looking for money. But the occult people sought first the kingdom of darkness, and they made their money. Which it was possible for them to make the money because the Christians don't know their right.
Exactly.
So they know their God, their gods,
they are devils,
and the gods give them money. Now Christians are like confused. How are these people making this money? I've been praying, I've been fasting, I'm not getting it. Now the reason is because they are jumping the protocols of Matthew chapter 6 verse 33.
Powerful.
Seek you first the kingdom of God. So every business has a spirit, which we said in the laws of truth, that truth is an ancestor of everything that is created on earth. According to the book of John chapter 1, verse 1 to 3. In the beginning was the word. So whoever wants to get information about anything, any business, any lifestyle,
Yes.
you have to go to truth. Because nothing was created that was created without the truth. So it's an ancestor of everything. So every business has a spirit backing it up. So good and legitimate business, you cannot thrive and succeed in that business unless you get spirit involved. And what is the spirit? The spirit of truth. If you are a righteous person. You understand?
Yes,
so there is no way a person can succeed in a business. And every spirit, or every spirit, every product has a spirit behind it.
Okay.
And they are looking for a way to express themselves in the physical world.
Wow.
To market their products. Now, if you are not equipped with truth, you will market a wrong product to the society. You'll be touching the money, but you will never have peace.
Yes.
You'll be touching the money, but the money cannot be sustainable.
Yes.
You'll be touching the money, but you are not healthy.
Okay.
You'll be touching the money, but the money cannot stay from generation to generation. Why? Because you are marketing a product which its spirit is Satan. So every spirit needs expansion.
Yes.
Then what we brought to humanity now is to strike a balance to tell the children of God
Okay.
that there is a way through which they can get connected to the world, to God,
Okay.
as the people in the occult world are connected to their gods and deities. Then when they go back and get connected to God, they will come and rule the world. Why? Because they are using a pure spirit.
Yes.
And light and darkness has nothing in common. Is that okay?
Yes.
So the only missing link now is that people who claim to be serving God do not know the spirit behind God they are serving. So a point comes, a person wants to be rich and is praying and fasting. Is that the solution? No. What gives you the spirit is thorough knowledge and understanding of anything you are doing. That's why Jesus said 8 in the book of John chapter 8 verse 32, know the truth and the truth shall set you free. Now we translate it this way to say, know and understand your business, and that your business will give you earning.
So how the spirit will now, how you contact the spirit is through this knowledge and understanding.
Knowledge, understanding, and using whatever you know and understand to save and serve life.
Okay.
So any business you're doing,
Yes.
for God to come into it,
Yes.
must be a legal business.
Okay.
Okay.
You get a point?
Yes.
Must be a legal business. And being it a legal business, it must, your primary intention should not be to make money.
Okay.
Your primary intention in any business you're doing is to serve life.
Wow.
Bringing in love, to make things that is difficult easy for people. Then when
I want to say something. You know why? You are passing a very serious message.
Yes.
Okay.
Because before now, everybody goes into business to make money.
No. We have discussed it severally. That the world say that money is an exchange of value, but we are saying that value is an exchange of money. That is to say, the person should, for you to be successful in business, you'll be looking for value, how to render service to people. By being sincere and being trained in what you're doing.
Yes.
And when you are trained in that what you are doing, then you use it to serve life. How do you use it to serve life? You make things easy, cheaper for people.
And
then,
enjoyable.
Yes, and enjoyable, and with quality products. Then God will come in.
Thank you, sir. You see, sorry, I really have to come in here.
Yeah.
You know, let me drive home this point with this.
Yeah.
There's this woman that we know. What she sells is okpa. Do you know that in that market, people will line up?
Yeah.
Like, as I'm passing, people are lining up, crowded one woman.
Yes.
So one day I said, I want to know why everybody is struggling for this.
Yeah.
When I bought it, it's expensive, but when you test it, it was original quality.
Okay.
So I now realized that there are a lot of people out there selling, the intention is to make money.
To make money.
They adulterate it, add up a lot of things, and when people take it once, they will refuse going there. But this one that has consistently continued giving quality service, steady, serving humanity, like they want them to get satisfaction.
Yeah.
That is what everybody is looking for.
Okay, so this is it. You know, religion is very demonic.
Wow.
Spiritual leaders, as far as we are concerned, they are all criminals. Why are they criminals? Because they don't explain the truths and break it down to be understood by every common person. They like enjoying and celebrating mysteries, as in, I am a special person. But there is something, a formula of prosperity, a formula through which a person can contact spirit in the business he's doing. Jesus dropped, but they left it as a mystery in the book of Matthew chapter 20 verse 27.
Okay.
He said, let the greatest among you, let the richest, let the most prosperous among you become your servants. That the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve people. So immediately you have a value. And the essence of your value is to render service to humanity. Forgetting money, putting money aside. Saving life through that, demand must be more than supply.
Exactly. That is the word.
Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Demand must be more than supply. And when demand becomes more than supply, then this is when, you are going to employ people.
Yes.
To create job opportunity.
Exactly.
And go into mass production. And movement continues. So why so many business are not thriving is because, one, they don't have spirit. Because their primary aim is to make money. And money is a paper, which is, Jesus said, is flesh.
Okay.
Are you listening to me?
Sir.
So it profited nothing. But the spirit is that the desire to render service to humanity, putting money aside. Then on the process of rendering service to humanity, people will now come and begin to patronize you. Then what do? You bring other people, train them, and you continue. There was a place in the laws of truth, or in our teaching, we said, what are the things you came into this world to do? There are three basic things anyone came into this world to do. And anyone outside this is destruction.
That's true.
You are a consumer. One is to know the truth.
Okay.
Know the truth of anything you are doing. Understand it. Have thorough knowledge. Be patient towards it and get grounded. The second one is manifest the truth which you know. Use it to serve life. The third one is teach other people how you arrive where you are.
He deserves clapping. Yes,
Key things.
Words.
Yes, teach other people.
Exactly.
So immediately you understand the truth. The first laws of truth say, don't use truth until you know it and understand it. Because if you don't know and understand truth and use it, it will destroy you. Therefore, don't go into any business for the sake of money. Go and understand the language of that business.
Yes.
Pay the price, get the nature and everything, which is the spirit.
Exactly.
We say that experience is God. So when you are passing through training on a particular business, you are contacting God. If you are patiently passing through it. And what is patience? Patience is spending time in a godly way.
Wow.
That's another definition.
Not enduring the thing, like.
We don't talk about endurance. Endurance is religious.
Okay.
Endurance is that you are passing through pain.
Okay.
And you pretend. You are sitting on hot fire. You are pretending. You put a charcoal in your
pocket.
Hot charcoal in your pocket, and you are pretending.
He's burning you, but
he's burning you.
You're
pretending.
Well.
That's endurance.
Okay.
It's religious to endure anything.
Okay.
But anything you understand, it is patience that is required
Exactly.
Patience is bit by bit, taking things step by step, spending it in a godly way. That is patience, not endurance. In time of patience, your spirit is not affected.
You are calm.
You are calm.
That's right.
You get hooked up to nature and look at how trees grows, how a baby grow, and patiently continue. Over time, you will conquer. Not endurance. Are you listening to me?
Yes.
Okay, so now when we say that God is experienced, when you are passing through those training to learn and understand every other business, the business, particular business we are into, people will be like, we have made 2 billion, we made 3 million. Don't mind them. What you are trying to get to is the root of that business you're doing. To get the ancestor, to speak to the spirit behind that business, so that the business will open up itself to you.
Exactly.
Then when it opens up itself to you, money is like a branch of a tree.
Wow.
Money is like a branch of a tree. Money is an effect, not a cause. Truth, God, spirit is a cause. So when you look at a tree, the sustainability of a tree or the longevity of a tree is determined by the tap roots and the root it has. So when a tree finishes having solid foundation or solid roots and start growing, it will last longer than the cedar of Babylon.
That's so.
Lebanon.
Yes, sir.
Are you listening to me? So this is what people do not know. Christians today, they are running helter-skelter.
Yes.
But I keep on questioning, which I must say, how can a Christian be a poor man?
It's a big question because it's obtainable everywhere.
No. Yes.
Well,
How can a Christian be a poor person? That means you're a lazy man.
But
that means you don't know your God.
As a way of serving God.
No. That is madness in the form of religion. Are you listening to me? So when you get that spirit, it becomes forward ever, backward never. We said that the power of wisdom is catch me if you can. When the perfect comes, the imperfect disappears. Exactly. Anyone that sources his finances from God and expresses it through service, you remain unshakable.
Exactly.
You remain unshakable. So why it has become a struggle as if money is necessary in life. It is important but not necessary. Yes. Necessity is something you cannot do without. And that thing which is necessary is spirit. And that spirit is a formula. We say that God is a formula. God is a principle. So when you go to a particular business, try to understand the principle and the law. Don't pray, don't fast.
Governing such business.
Yes, don't pray, don't fast, because God is a formula. So any business you understand the principle, you have seen God in it. And when you now come and begin to use it to render service, wow, you are a man of God. Man of God is not in the pulpit slaying people, giving them heavy burden without teaching them the principles of how to make money, without giving them the spirit of how to make money. Then if you go to church, all of them are criminals. You are into estate development, lying to themselves, hawking. I was saying, I said it on some service. I've discussed with so many people who tell me there's a particular church, if you do business with any of their members, they must rubbish you. And they cheat you, you are looking for him, is on the following Sunday, he's giving testimony. God bless him. And somebody somewhere crying.
Oh.
Are you there? This is what, if you have known your God, he said the blessings of God make it rich and add no sorrow in it. You don't rob Peter to pay Paul. Because of the fact you don't know spirit, you don't have spirit, that's why you struggle in business. Because effect cannot create. What creates is a cause, and money is effect. Money is a byproduct of a work well done in the spiritual world. It's a byproduct. So money does not have option to appear when you have rendered service to humanity.
Exactly.
When you solve a problem. So people try to use money to create. Money is not creative. Money is distributive.
Yes.
Because it is effect. You can't use effect to create. That's what people don't know.
You have answered the question now. Let me come in this out.
Okay.
I have two things.
Okay.
Let it not be as if we are digressing, but I have two things to tell you. I've answered now. Some people watching you now.
Okay.
A thorough explanation.
Yeah.
One is that some say use money to chase money.
Yeah.
Which you have answered it that it's not creative.
Yes. Money cannot create. Yeah.
Two.
It distributes.
Two. There is a part of the Bible which somebody asked me this question.
Okay.
Where Christ said there will always be poor among you. Because there is something you said now, which let it not look as if we are digressing.
Yeah.
That a Christian cannot be a poor man. A poor man cannot be a Christian.
Yeah.
The people in the religious world are saying that Christ said that there will always be poor
Among you.
Yeah.
Meaning poverty is not a crime as a Christian.
Yeah.
Please the servant.
Okay, now,
Now,
now, why Jesus said that there will always be poor among you is because there are, okay, let us put it this way. There will always be stupid and religious people among you
yes.
who will see truth and refuse to apply it. You understand?
Yes.
But if that is the case, why did he say, seek you first the kingdom of God, and every other thing shall be added unto you? When every other thing is added unto you, is it not pulling you out from poverty?
Exactly. Exactly, because we have seen people who are lame. We have seen people who are limbless.
Yes.
And they are touching lives, touching their world.
Okay.
And some use the advantage that maybe they are blind, they are crippled, and they are begging.
Yeah. Now, what coming to that aspect, I said someday that religion is evil because they create inequality. Why they give arms to people and steal their brain and reasoning is to create inequality.
Exactly.
But truth comes to bring equality. And they come and say, okay, this person is less privileged. There is nobody on earth who is less privileged, who has truth. It's lack of information that makes somebody to be less privileged.
Exactly.
Not a person is handicapped because he doesn't have arms. As long as religion did not make you disabled in reasoning, psychologically, even if you are blind, you are bound to be rich.
Exactly. We have practical examples.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Because it is the spirit that controls the physical. A blind person can convert the gift of God upon him and it becomes something to talk of.
That's right.
That a blind man cannot. A person who is seeing clearly cannot.
Yes.
So spiritual blindness is the greatest form of blindness.
Not even physical.
Spiritual poverty is the greatest form of poverty,
Yes, sir.
which religion introduced. Are you listening to me?
Yes.
Spiritual inequality is the greatest form of inequality. Because a man of God, a man of God, OFF, a man of God will stand.
Not a man of
yes,
God.
a man of God
Yes.
will stand to tell you that yes, he is the only person that can access God. Creating spiritual inequality, and he begin to mislead other people. Now, coming to the question which you ask, there will be poor among you. Now, in the book of Jeremiah chapter 4 verse 5 verse 4, he said they are foolish. Because they are poor because they are foolish. They don't inquire for the will of God. So if somebody, Jesus says, know the truth and truth shall set you free. So if you get truth, then truth will set you free from poverty.
That's true. That's right.
So when he said in the book of John, he said, I'm saying this for you people, but there are still going to be children of perdition. Those children of perdition are the people who will see the truth and say no, that they are not ready for it.
Yes.
So that is what he's saying, that there will always be poor among you, because he knows that. Okay, how many years has he left before the coming of the New Jerusalem? For 2012 years, Christ have left. But nobody have understood him, if not now we came. Haven't there been poor among them? Are you listening to me? Religious people are still existing. Poor people are still existing as Christians because they are lazy. They don't want to render service to humanity.
The truth has not been revealed to
And truth has not been revealed to them. So my father said that he was not mistaken. But you should understand why it is said. Don't generalize it so that you don't get it wrong. Try to understand the spirit behind what he said.
Yes.
Do you know the servant have solved the problem?
Okay.
Serious problem.
Yeah.
Because even before now, some people don't even know that you must attract a spirit.
Okay.
You must go to look to the,
the
spirit first.
Yeah.
Before you even
No. Look at it now. When they know, but they don't know how to get to it.
They don't know exactly.
Because what religion is saying is that if you want to be rich, you come and sow a seed in the church.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
If you want to be rich, come for crossover.
Okay.
Then when you come to, yes, you buy a sticker. 2023 is my year. 2023 is my year. Are you there?
Of course.
A lazy person who doesn't have a skill, who doesn't know how to kill anything, to solve any problem,
exactly.
is telling you that 2023 is
my
I'm
year.
waiting for you.
Oh, this is amazing.
Are you listening to
of
me?
Course.
Now, you should, all these religious monsters should teach you the principles. Faith is different from faithfulness. Faithfulness is a road to faith.
Another way.
Wow.
Are you listening to me? So you can't have faith, I'm going to be rich, and you don't want to render service. You don't want to learn a skill.
It's not possible.
You are just carrying bag. Like you were once a victim now, so I'm not going far. You know? Yes, you were once a victim. You know? You don't want to learn a skill. You don't want to go for training. Nothing. You are just hanging around with God.
Even the servant, let me show my
it's really...
Why I asked you this question is that because I never knew before that there is even something to attach to spirit concerning business.
Okay.
I know I have people like the way I was before I came in contact with New Jerusalem.
Okay.
Some people just believe that you go into a business and they don't even know this. That's why the question came in. That there is a link
between you and your God. You have to be empowered to succeed.
Before you even go into doing anything.
But what is Matthew chapter 6 verse 33 saying?
We know that some are even ignorant of this.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
That's why you are solving this.
And some believe that this seek ye first the kingdom of God. They just believe that it's all about going to church activities, being loaded with one program or the other.
I said it someday. I said it someday. We don't go to church to pray in the real sense of it. We go to church to learn how to pray.
Okay.
We don't go to church for God to bless us by proclamation of a man of God. Okay. We go to church to learn the principles of blessings.
Yes. Yes.
Are you there? The proclamation of a man of God is a statement, is an event. The principle is the process. You have to walk the walk.
Exactly.
To bring those things into fulfillment.
Yes.
Not that it is a decree.
Yes, because we have been in places, atmospheres where you say, this year is your year. We say, at the end, we are still poor.
After that year, what happened?
We are still poor.
Yeah.
And you see people that just came 2 months or 1 month ago, they are testifying.
Okay.
So we didn't know that it's because those people worked.
Yes. There is a principle.
There's a principle.
You need to be taught in the church. Now, we are leaving it out here. Tell me a person who is here following the teaching of the New Jerusalem that is rendering service to humanity freely, that is a poor person.
Nobody. Not found.
Yeah?
Not found.
Do we have it?
We don't.
No. Immediately you are solving a problem, you start making money. But people don't want to solve problem. They want to pray and fast. Do you know that they are worse than witch doctors and people following witch doctors?
Exactly.
Because people now don't want to work. All they know is that they will go and meet a witch doctor for okite, to charm to make money. Is it charm that will teach you how to repair a car? Is this charm, is this praying and fasting that will teach you the complexity in manufacturing a car? Can you manufacture microphone you are using by fasting and praying? Can you manufacture fan by praying and fasting?
No way.
Lazy people. Even the Bible, was it manufactured by praying and fasting? It wasn't. There was a principle. There was orderliness. Now, religion now come and brought a group of mad people looking for something for nothing. If you ask the person, he says it's by the grace. So people should not be depending on money. Money is paper. God is greater than money. Matthew chapter 6 verse 24. You can't serve God and mammon at the same time.
Exactly.
You choose one. Then you will be rewarded. So as I was saying, money is an effect. I said this someday in our teaching, 360 finances. We said that any business you're doing, when you are sincere in whatever you're doing, you have 50% invisible capital.
Okay.
If you are skilled and trained in whatever you are doing, you have 30% invisible capital. So what makes money useless is that money is 20% that will give you 100%. Are you listening to me?
That.
Yes. Then people now abandon the 80%, which is sincerity and skill, and start looking for 20% and give it all the attention. 100 over 20, is it a success? 80 over 100, is it a success? Powerful one. Are you listening to me? Yes. So we have to look for cause, not effect. As I said, money is distributive, it's not creative.
Yes.
If this is an effect, this cloth you are wearing now, it has already been sold.
Exactly.
If I come now and ask you, hey, Susie, please give me this your clothes, and you give it to me, do you know this clothes will be useless for me?
Exactly.
Why? Because it was not tailored according to my size.
Exactly.
It will be oversized to me.
Undersized.
Is that okay? Yes. Okay, oversized or undersized? Okay, undersized to me. Yes. Why? Because it was not measured in my pattern. So this is how people looking for money are. If I really need these clothes, well, the thing I have to ask you for is, please, where did you cut these clothes? Yes, and who is the tailor that sewed these clothes for you? Then I'm now going to the cause, not effect, because the one you have already sewn is an effect.
Exactly.
And when I go to the cause, I cut the clothes
according to your size.
I cut it to my size. I took it to the tailor. I say, sew this thing to fit me and create effect.
Which people will now see.
Which people will now see. But people will not go to the cause of money making and the principles of money making. They go into praying and fasting, trusting God to create something out of nothing.
For it to pour down.
That's a wonderful one. I know sometimes you are still going to speak much about, you're going to deal about finances.
This is really rich.
You are bringing up a lot of.
Did you get it? Now, the Bible says when the perfect comes, the imperfect disappear. There is no man who knows what he's doing. Why should we even be talking about money as Christians?
It's religion. What religion makes?
Why should we be talking about money as Christians? Do you know that if anyone have gotten the Spirit of God, he rules the world? You know where we started? We started in Bacha Plywood, 2012.
Wow.
In Bacha. And since this church is existing, we have never attracted a rich man to this church, a rich person in this church. We look for poor people. I said it on our teaching. Few people, like one or two people were rich before they came to this church. We look for people that are poor. We give you the principle. Go and work. How many people did we make millionaires last year? And they are still counting. It's a must. It must work. If you are ready to do. There is a principle on how to get money. So finances is an exhausted science. It's what? Discussing science is an exhausted science. Because there is already a principle, just like the former thing we discussed. There is already a principle. If you follow it, you must be worthy. But what is happening now is that when you are worthy, you have peace. Then there is no way you can be peaceful unless you get that. He said, Jesus, unless you get the Spirit of God. Jesus said, don't pray as the Gentile prays. Yes. These things are what they ask for. Yes. Then, if evil people have the power to Satan has the power to give their children money, wealth, how much more the children of God? But we have not sought for him as instructed.
Yes.
We've not sought for the truth. So let us go to cause, not on effect. Then everything, any business has a spirit.
Okay.
And when you are dealing with that spirit, with that product, you are marketing an agent. So that spirit must supply you.
Okay, all that is necessary.
Yes, all that is necessary in agreement to that. That's why people that are pushing cocaine are multi-millionaires. That's why homosexuals are multi-millionaires. People turning themselves to men, female to men and men to female, they are millionaires. Why? Because Satan used them as marketers. These eyelashes, you know, and all these eyelashes, fingernails, and all these things. These are products Satan created, and he's looking for agents. Alcohol, drugs, and all that. Immediately you go into it. Tramor, Mpurumiri, and the rest of that. Immediately you go into it, you start making money. Because Satan is powering you to destroy lives.
Yes.
And when you are done, the danger of that now is that that money is not sustainable. Because you keep on hiding. Then why can't we, the children of God now, look for a legal business and do it to the standard of God in rendering service? Eternity become our portion.
Hallelujah. Wow. Hallelujah to this one. Wow, we really thank God for this wonderful, powerful, talk show. Let me put it that way.
Yes.
It's really interesting.
Is that okay?
Yes, we want to go to the second part of this segment, and that is the second question goes to you, Bro Chedos. I want you to throw the second question to the servants.
Which is actually, can the ancestral spirits hamper financial prosperity?
That is, if even though somebody is a child of God, yes, you have sought this and all of that, can the past of your father's house, let's say ancestral spirits, hinder financial progress? Prosperity, right?
Okay. Can ancestral? Yes, of course.
Okay.
It can.
Even when you have acquired the truths?
Yeah. Now I'm coming there.
Okay.
It can. Just as I said,
Yes.
every business has a spirit.
Okay.
Now, that's the problem now. When you go into a business without thorough knowledge,
Okay.
without thorough knowledge, you are going to have challenge.
Okay.
And that, because of that, your weakness is you don't have a thorough knowledge and not principled and trained in that. You didn't contact the Spirit of God. So any spirit can come and challenge you and go free.
Okay.
Then, if Satan sent you on a business,
Yes.
the first thing is going into a business without training, which is as a result of impatience, which is anti-God and or anti-truth or anti-Christ, whichever way we want to put it. Now, when you go into something without thorough knowledge, Satan can, that's the leakage. Satan can come in there to attack you and go free.
Okay.
Either from your ancestor, there's what we call spiritual task force.
Okay.
A spiritual task force is a demon that comes, not even from your ancestors,
Okay.
that comes to check a person who is controlling money, who gave you the audacity to control money. Who gives you audacity to buy a car, to enjoy a car? Do you belong to an occult? Do you know God? They find out there is nowhere you are contributing money. You are not an occult man. You are religious. Okay, maybe you are not paying your tithe. Now, Satan will come and say, give us this money. You say, no, I just want to enjoy money. What are they going to do?
They will hit the person.
They will hit you, bring sickness, business failure, attack, legal case, seizure of business and all that. Before you know, you are coming down. So ancestral spirit can come this way. I said, and we used to say, that Satan hide in an unexplained truth. And don't forget, I told you that God is an experience. So anything you are learning with the intention of serving humanity, you pick a spirit of God there. When you pick a spirit of God there and you patiently run into it, you become organized. When you become organized, you become an authority. When you become an authority, you become a light.
Yes.
And when you become a light, then the darkness of which is your ancestors can never come and have power over you. Then if God is with you, who can be against you? If you are doing something that is genuine and legal, and you are trained and have thorough knowledge of that, that Satan has no place to hide, then the light you generated will scare Satan and the spiritual task force away. Why? Because you are connected and rooted in God,
Hallelujah.
which is truth. Now, what I mean by spiritual task force, let me explain.
Okay.
I drive.
Okay.
If you are driving on the street, you will never know that there are arbor on the street
That's right.
until you stop where you're supposed not to stop to pick passengers.
Then.
They will jump in and carry your seat. If you go to any market, you say market or any market anywhere in the world, you will not know that there is task force there. Exactly. But bring a bale of okrika, a bale of fairly used clothes, or bring your product to market it in that place. Without registering, without following the normal procedure there,
Exactly.
that's when you know that that place is under management. They will come and hijack you. Go to a garage, park a car wrongly in any place. Before you come out, they will clamp it and check it. You'll be like, oh, yeah, it's environment, I park my car. No, you didn't follow the rule. So when somebody begins to get money, and is not connected to God, to truth, and is not an occult person, then demon on his own will send a task force, go and check the source of this person's wealth, and find out you are just there, empty. They will come and hit you hard with sicknesses, diseases, disappointment, this and this and that. Before you know, they will bring you down. 2, if you are doing an illegal business, they say one day, every day is for the thief.
Yes.
One day is for the owner. Because that thing is not built on truth and you are hiding, one day, you'll be captured.
Wow.
Then if you are selling something like alcohol that has been legalized and cigarettes that have been legalized, now you'll be making the money. But because God is not involved there,
Yes.
spirit will not be there. Peace will not be there. So ancestral spirit has power over a person who don't have thorough knowledge of what he is doing, who is not using principles of in whatever he's doing. But immediately you have that light.
Yes.
Light and darkness has nothing in common. I've asked you someday, you worked in bank.
Exactly.
Was it as a cashier or what?
Yes, as a cashier.
Or did they take you for to deliverance before they employed you?
No.
Yeah?
Not at
Why?
all, sir.
Bank is built on principle.
Yes.
Even if you want, carry all the deities in your village. They will employ you. Miss 1 naira,
Yeah.
Pay for it.
you pay for it.
That is truth.
So they work with principle, which is already established. So why Satan, ancestral spirit, is jumping around is because Christians don't know their God. Daniel said in the book of Daniel chapter 11 that those that know their God, they do exploit.
Yes.
And when the perfect comes, the 1 Corinthians 10:13, when the perfect comes, the imperfect disappear. In the book of Romans chapter 8, it says, if God is with you, who can be against you? In the book of Romans 8:8, it says it is impossible to please God for those that walk in the flesh. And 14, verse 14, it says those that are led by the Spirit are the children of God. You understand?
It's amazing. Amazing.
So you are untouchable when you have truth. But the problem is that these people are not lightened up and enlightened. And every day they are running to church, praying foundation. No foundation is pursuing you. You remember what I told you? Nobody's after you. You are the one after yourself.
Exactly.
Go and armor yourself with righteousness and truth. And let me see any ancestor that will stop you from being a rich man. Get yourself armored.
Yes.
Ephesians chapter 6. Get yourself equipped. He said, after doing this, wait. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 2. He said, write your vision plainly on the table. Wait, though it will tarry. But it will certainly come. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
So that period, those that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. In the book of Isaiah, you will renew your strength means that you continue building tentacles. If you think that the value you are rendering is becoming common, you continue upgrading yourself. Continue upgrading yourself. Then before you know, look at you, look at wealth. Did you get it?
Yes.
So ancestral spirit has no power over a child of God, because the earth and the fullness thereof is ours. But people that are looking for shortcuts, let them be ready for ancestral spirit. They can't go free, because spiritual task force will come, spirit from your family will come, spirit from even your partner, business partner
Exactly.
will come. Didn't you hear what happened in Zoba? CJ Chijoke,
Okay.
a person who is in occult, saw him, he joined the embassy of the New Jerusalem, saw him progressing, and he checked that since 2018 till 2023, 22, 2016 was the last time they buried people in their line. Now he saw CJ now progressing. He's selling old parts, auto parts in Zoba. He saw him progressing. He now went to their shrine and marked this person and marked another person. CJ was included as people that will be taking. That was December 2022. He didn't know that CJ is already in the embassy of the New Jerusalem. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and they are saved. Proverbs 18:10. So when they now submitted his name, the first person, Pia, died. The day the person died, the first person died, that was the day CJ called me that he himself is attacked too. They brought him to the embassy of the New Jerusalem. We went to the spirit. I prayed for him that day on Thursday. He left. When he went back to the shop, the spirit came again, something like boys going around they call it belt, going around his waist. And according to them, when it touches and they jam together, you are a goner.
Lord of Jesus.
So he now ran to us. On Saturday, I was preparing to come to church for praying and counseling, and the call came. CJ said, this thing has come back again. I said, okay. I said, don't worry, meet me in the church. Before you meet me in the church, I had to go to the spiritual world. When I entered into the spiritual world, I went to Zuba and found the story and the plan of how that person planned to destroy his life. You know, now, right there in the spirit, there is a vulture and there is a monkey. The vulture is eating the maggot in his heart, spiritually.
Jesus.
That is the manifestation of those boils you see all over his body. Then the monkey is scratching the body, and the maggot is coming. So we slay the monkey, we slay the vulture in the spiritual world. Then I entered my car, I drove to the church. When I met CJ here in the auditorium, I said, go. I don't need to pray for you again. You have been set free. He went back till today. That thing dried up and he survived it.
Jesus. Powerful.
Are you listening to me? So that is the reason why Chijoke now, they were in my house 2 days ago. Sometimes he will tell you, fine, please let us go to see the servants. By now, it should have been my poster. Should have been in my shop. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So, these are the spiritual task force. these are demonic, this is ancestral. You know? Now, if this person had died, what do you think would become? All the wealth gone. Was he not going to church? He was going to church. But he was not spiritual. So this is how it happened.
You also mentioned something about tithe as a spiritual backup against spiritual tasks.
Yeah.
I want you to throw more light on that.
Yeah, that should be a topic of another day, because this tithe issue now, people have made it religious. But it's a reality. It's a reality. Because how I used to discuss it is that don't pay tithe if you have not been taught and understood the power of tithing. And don't make it religious. It's a must that you pay tithe. But I said, tithing cannot take you to heaven. Tithing cannot give you peace. But tithing can protect your money and make you to have more money.
Basically,
you understand? It can't give you salvation. It can't take you to heaven. It can't give you peace. But as far as money is concerned, it will protect your money and make you have more money.
So maybe
it's vital, at least this piece of information, for the sake of the business discussion.
So you understand? So this is it. So now CJ, when he got healed, he went back there and sat. The man saw him. I was like, wow. Okay. Now, the man did not know that we are now wiser than the occult. So they were discussing freely in the shop. He was saying, I don't eat monkey anymore. I don't eat dog anymore. What I eat is monkey. So they didn't know I released the tape to that CJ to listen. That's how he got to know, because we don't call names. I don't eat this thing. What I eat now is monkey.
That's how I got to know who
that
was
he got to know who was responsible. Then him and Ifeanyi, they look at themselves, they laughed and relaxed. This is how is it. No, so that guy would have gone down, but he is going to church, praying, fasting, and all manner of things. But the Spirit of Christ,
the truth is not there.
The truth. I am the way, the truth, and the life. Nobody can be successful without me. Nobody can test heaven here on earth without me. Nobody can be peaceful, worthy, and peaceful without me. So this is how it is. So ancestral spirit is nonsense. What we call ancestral cause, we call it ancestral mistakes. It is the mistakes of your ancestors that form the spirit that terrorize in the physical. If you become wiser than your ancestor will get disconnected from you.
Powerful. Powerful. This is a very interesting.
If you didn't do what your ancestor did, there is no frequency.
Honest.
There is no network to connect you. You change your SIM card automatically. So this is it. How many times have you come here and say foundation, foundation? Praying for foundation for what? Change your SIM card.
Change your SIM card. Spiritual SIM card.
Think good, speak good, and do good. Learn a skill, become trained in it. Use your skill to serve humanity consciously. Not that you are serving people and you are not conscious of what you are doing. Yeah, we are untouchable.
Yes.
We say it. We are accessible but untouchable. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. What an exciting, interesting, and amazing episode. I hope you enjoyed today, like I do. It's quite inspiring, insightful, it's powerful. So I believe that with this, our teachings, with what you have learned, I don't think you can remain the same. Your business must change. And you may wonder why we are always talking about truth and all of that. Of course, you know this is the truth market. All we market here, all we sell here, all we propagate here is the truth. And also don't forget, the reason why we are here is for you to understand the truth and the laws of truth. And that is why we are bringing this book your way. You see, this book is so rich when it comes to truth. And why we are giving you the laws of truth is because this is truth market. Our matters relate to truth. We are into truth business. That is what we live for. So we're here to dish
And Jesus
out,
is truth.
And Jesus Christ is that truth. We're here to dish out the truth to you. Get a copy of the laws of truth. This book gives you an in-depth understanding of the Word of God, of the Scriptures. When you read this book, you evaluate it. By the time you pick up the Bible to read, you discover that the Bible begins and looks simplified before you. So that is why we are always asking you to get this book. You can use it as a guide, as a teaching guide, Bible study guide. You can use it even in school for moral lessons. Get the laws of truth, and I bet you your world will be a better place. Thank you so much. We've come to today's episode, to the end of today's episode. I would like to come your way some other time. Please drop your questions in case there are things you want to be clarified about. We are open to you. We'd like to receive your comments and also share your views and contributions on how you feel about the truth market. Also like, share, and comment. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, okay? Thank you very much. I remain Divine Susie.